All right, I'm going to get started because it is 7:10. And like I said, I want to make sure that I'm respectful of your time and that we get out here at 8 on schedule. So first of all, welcome to the Art of Love in the Renaissance. My name is Jillian Husband. I am your course instructor this summer. As I mentioned in my introductory video, I am a PhD student in the Department of Art History, and I specialize in the art of Northern Italy from the 16th century. So I'm really excited about this course. This is really some of my favorite art. And today we're just going to be reviewing the syllabus and the course calendar and assignments. So let's get started. I want to begin this course by acknowledging the land on which the University of Toronto operates. Whether you're tuning in from Toronto or anywhere else in the world, all of us who are participating in this course benefit from the land and resources of the University of Toronto. And for thousands of years, Toronto has been the traditional land of the Huron-Wendat, the Seneca, and the Mississaugas of the Credit. Today, this meeting place is still the home to many Indigenous people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful to have the opportunity to work on this land. And I'm actually going to be teaching this course from Minneapolis, Minnesota, where I'm from. And the land from which I'm teaching has been the land of the Wapekute and the Oceti Shakowin for thousands of years. And I wish to acknowledge that as a settler on this land, I am grateful to have the opportunity to live and work here. And if at any point you would like to begin one of our class meetings with your own land acknowledgement, please let me know, and I would be happy to do that. So if you haven't taken the Getting to Know You survey that is in the welcome module on Quarkus, please take a few minutes to do that this week. If you don't want to respond to any of the questions, you can just write NA, but it would be really helpful for me. And from that survey, I put a collage together of your classmates' favorite artists and artworks. I just thought it was really cool to see how everyone has such different interests and knowledge. And I think this is going to make for a really interesting course. So today's meeting is going to cover the course format, the learning objectives, the assignments, and the course calendar. And then at the end, we will have time for Q&A. So just gonna ask you to leave your questions until the end because that will help us stay on track with timing. So I want to cover the course format. I know there was some confusion tonight in terms of the timing. We will have pre-recorded lectures that will amount to about 45 minutes per class, and they will be posted 1 week before the relevant lecture. And then in addition to that, we will have class meetings on Mondays and Wednesdays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. And that will include class discussions, group activities, other types of live engagement, and this will also total 1 hour or less. The reason I chose the second hour from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. was to respect the fact that many of you probably registered for this course thinking it would be from 6 to 8 p.m. So if you want to watch the recorded lectures during that first hour, you're welcome to do that, but you can also watch them at any time in the week leading up to the class. I also just want to note that when you registered for this class, it was advertised as a synchronous course that meets from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. every Monday and Wednesday from now until August 16th. And I decided to do a bit of extra work and pre-record lectures so that you guys have more flexibility with that component of the course. But that being said, this is a third-year course and it's a small group, which is great. And I think it's really important that we engage with the material through discussion, which is why there is a live class meeting 2 times a week. And so I basically have designed the live meetings to build upon the readings and lectures to help deepen your understanding of the material. So it's not just going to be a rehashing of the lecture, but it's really going to add on to it and build upon it. So Basically, both components are mandatory, and most importantly, both components are really important for you to be successful in this course, because the course was designed to depend on not only the lectures, but also the class meetings. And throughout this course, we're going to use Zoom for our class meetings and for my office hours. I will post the lectures, the readings, and the assignments on Quarkus in the modules. And then in class and for the exam, we're going to use kind of like a cool virtual reality gallery software to kind of explore the images under discussion in a different way. And just a quick disclaimer about my lectures: I'm not an actress. I don't have a production studio. And like many of you, COVID has presented me with the challenge of finding private space and quiet space. So I do apologize if the lectures have any background noise or any interruptions or anything like that, but it's kind of unavoidable. So forgive me. And the readings will be uploaded to Quarkus under files, but they'll also be in the modules, and same with the slides. So I want to note that all students are welcome in this course. Students with diverse learning styles and needs are welcome. And if you have a disability or health consideration that needs accommodation, please register with accessibility services as soon as possible. And I also mentioned in a message on Friday that we do need a volunteer note taker. So if you're interested in doing this really important job, please check out my Quarkus announcement from Friday, July 2nd for details. I really want to make myself available to you this summer. So you can reach me via email, and it would really be helpful if you included the course code when you email me. That just helps me get to your emails faster. And then you can meet with me at my office hours, which are on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. on Zoom. And the Zoom link and password are on the welcome page on Quarkus. And like I said, I want you to feel comfortable connecting with me during office hours. You can ask me questions, get clarification on assignments or constructive feedback, and that will really help to ensure that you're on the right track. That being said, it's important that when you email me or come meet with me in office hours, that we both maintain mutual respect for one another and speak to one another appropriately. I think that's a really important part of not only the way you engage with your professor, but also your fellow classmates. And I think some of that can get lost in an online format. So that's why I'm including that reminder. And finally, I'm committed to responding to your emails within 48 hours or less. I won't provide last minute responses within 24 hours before the deadline of an assignment or a term test. So to switch gears to learning objectives, I've created 4 learning objectives, and basically the entire course is designed around these 4 objectives and making sure that I'm giving you the opportunity to develop skills and learn material that will allow you to achieve these learning objectives. So by the end of this course, you will be able to recognize Italian Renaissance art in a variety of media and describe the object's salient visual features and historical significance. You will be able to distinguish between different concepts of love in the Renaissance and compare their artistic manifestations. You will be able to develop, and you will continue to develop, the critical reading skills necessary to analyze scholarly sources and evaluate their main arguments and/or implications. And finally, you will be able to formulate persuasive, argumentative writing that interprets secondary and primary sources, along with visual evidence. And I've taken a lot of time to plan the course content and calendar so that it is manageable for you in the condensed 6-week format. And also I've tried to present it in a way that I hope is compelling. I'm a student. I've also taken online courses through U of T in the last year, so I really understand the challenges that a lot of you guys are facing. And I want to make sure that you feel like you can be successful in this class. So please reach out to me with any concerns. I've already seen some of them come up in the survey. So open communication is just really important to make sure that we all have an enjoyable summer. Is everyone following? Can I get a thumbs up if so? And a thumbs down if I need to slow down or if you have an urgent question that needs to be asked. Okay, I am going to continue. Thank you for your responses. So I have created these assignments to help you achieve the learning objectives that we just discussed. And each assignment corresponds to one or more of the learning objectives. And right here, you can see the breakdown of the weight of the assignments as it relates to your final grade. Typically, professors present students with the opportunity to have 2 graded assignments in before the drop date of the class. So the assignments that you will complete before that drop date are the syllabus quiz and the reverse outline of an assigned reading. And I'm going to quickly review these assignments with you. And you guys can let me know if anything is unclear, but I just want to make sure that you know that you can clarify with me during office hours, but we will also, like, when the assignment becomes available, I will take time in the class meeting to discuss these assignments in greater detail. So just make sure you know that's coming at some point. Okay, so participation is 10% of your grade. I will note it during each class meeting. It can look like responding to a question, asking an appropriate or thoughtful question, submitting a discussion question to me in advance. If you feel like you are unable to speak up during the class meeting, please feel free to send me your responses to the discussion questions. I will include the discussion questions in the module that you will complete before the class meeting. So you can either prepare a written response, which you can send in the chat and I can read out loud, or you can email it to me after class. I really want to make sure that you guys feel like the participation grade isn't a scary thing. It's just designed to make sure that you really have the chance to articulate your thoughts about the material and that you're engaging with it and not just sort of receiving the material. And then the second assignment is the syllabus quiz. So it's really not meant to cause you stress. It's basically just an opportunity to easily get a 5% bump in your grade. It will become available this week, and it'll basically just help you walk through the syllabus and become familiar with the course deadlines, the content, the expectations, the rules of engagement. So I hope that all of you feel comfortable with this assignment because it's really just meant to be an easy 100% for you. So do not worry about this one. And you will get multiple attempts on the syllabus quiz as well. The next assignment is the reverse outline of an assigned reading. And I know this is kind of a mouthful, but basically this assignment consists of choosing one of the first 3 assigned readings and then identifying the main argument, the primary supporting evidence, and any conclusions. And I will provide you with a template that you can kind of just fill out. It doesn't need to be full sentences, but basically the goal is to really understand the structure of an argumentative piece of scholarly writing. And can anyone take a guess as to which learning objective this assignment aligns with? And you can just type it in the chat or you can say it out loud. Yes, so this was designed to align with the 3rd learning objective. So this will help you develop your critical reading skills, which not only helps you read quickly and read strategically, but it also definitely helps you with your writing. So that's why I've created this assignment, and I think it's really important. And basically my hope is that you will this will help you practice reading strategically so that you save time. I don't want you to spend hours poring over readings. That's not why professors assign you readings. They assign you readings because they want you to learn how to find a main argument and engage with a specific scholar's approach to an object. So the point here is to just help you to be really efficient with your reading practices, and to, like I said, help you with your writing as well, and kind of understand what's successful and what's unsuccessful about certain approaches to writing. And on Wednesday, I will review my tips and strategies for reading so that hopefully you guys feel like you can approach this assignment with a little more ease. The next assignment is the research question discussion board. So basically what you'll do here is you'll submit 2 potential research questions that either one of them could be the basis of your thesis for your final paper. And these will be posted to a discussion board on Quirkus. Then after you post it, you will also be asked to respond to a classmate's submission by providing them with constructive feedback on their research question. So basically that's 2 posts total. And I have noted here what constructive feedback can look like to your classmates. So you can ask them to clarify an idea. You can suggest that they read a book or an article that you think would align with their research. Or you can just kind of give them general advice about a direction that they might want to go in with their research. All right, so same question. Do you guys have a sense of which learning objective the research question discussion board aligns with? Oh, well, I already searched the slides. So yes, it's 4, that's correct. Like I already said, this is designed to help you with your final research paper. It's designed to help you practice producing clear and argumentative writing. And this will be done by basically forcing you to come up with a research question ahead of time. So in a way, it's kind of a time management assignment. But I also believe that providing feedback to your classmates will help you learn a little bit more about different people's approaches to research, but it'll also make you think more deeply about what is a successful research question. And then I will also provide you with feedback. So hopefully this helps you feel like you can confidently approach your research paper. And then this assignment also is meant to build on the reverse outline assignment, because after doing the reverse outline assignment, you should hopefully be more aware of what research questions look like in academic writing. So after analyzing the research questions of other authors, you will have the chance to try your own hand at coming up with some research questions. And then probably the most straightforward of the assignments is the research paper. It examines an artwork from the Italian Renaissance that engages with one of the concepts of love that we cover in this course. I will actually provide you with a list of potential research paper topics, and you do not have to choose a topic from this list, but if you don't, just check with me. You can meet with me or email me, and I'll let you know if I think it's a good topic, and like you'll have a lot of sources to find for it. But with each potential topic, I'll provide you with three sources to go into your bibliography, and then it's your responsibility to add 2 additional sources. If you come up with your own, then you also have to have 5 total sources. And the citation style is Chicago. The reason I am providing you with potential source or with potential topics and with sources is because I myself have encountered the challenges of accessing books and material during COVID when the library is closed. And I don't want you to feel like you can't write a good paper because you don't know where to find sources. And I'm not sure if you guys, there's a couple here that this could align with, but if you want to identify what learning objectives you think the research paper aligns with, you can just type it in the chat. Yeah, so basically I would say all of the learning objectives are implicated by this assignment, but mostly 2 through 4, those are the most directly relevant to the research paper. And then finally, the last assignment is the exam. It's really going to be a short exam. I don't want you guys to feel like this is some massive final. The reason I am including an exam is because I do believe that it's important to try to commit artists' names, artworks, and ideas to memory and practice memory recall as an art, not just as an art historian and as an academic, but committing things to memory really helps you make connections about material. It helps you be more creative because you can understand how things connect in a way that you would not be able to if you have completely forgotten the name of an artist or the time frame or something like that. So this is really designed to help you in the future come up with creative and original arguments and walk away from this course with tangible facts in your brain that you can carry on, whether it's in academia or outside of school. And also I canceled class on the last Monday so that you can use that time to take your exam. So hopefully that makes it feel a bit more manageable. And oops, sorry, my mouse is very touchy. This engages with the first 2 learning objectives. 1, recognizing Italian art, and then 2, distinguishing between different concepts of love and their artistic manifestations. So that ends the assignment section. I just want to emphasize that I have really tried to create assignments that I think are necessary, but also manageable. So you don't have to write a whole reading response. You just have to outline a reading response, basically. So those are some ways that I'm trying to make this more manageable for you. Is everyone following so far? Can you do a thumbs up? Or a thumbs down if you're not, and I will take a break. Okay, great. So moving on to the course calendar. Oops, sorry. Okay, course calendar. I'll go through this pretty quickly. Basically, I've designed this course. I've created a scheme for assigned readings that we will adhere to each week. For the Monday meeting, you'll be assigned a reading that is a scholarly article or a chapter from a book. It's always going to be a secondary source, and it will be around 30 pages or less, sometimes 15, sometimes about a little bit above 30. And then for the Wednesday course, you will be assigned a short excerpt from a primary source. It will be 2 pages or less, and this will be like poetry, a primary document, a letter, like an excerpt from a book, and it will relate to the material that we are discussing that week. And my goal for introducing primary sources once a week is 1, I want to reduce the amount of reading you do per week. I don't want to give you 2 articles per week. That's way too much, and I know that. I also want to give you a real glimpse into the thoughts of the people living in the Renaissance and how they articulated some of the ideas that we're going to be discussing. And then finally, I think it's important to expose you to primary sources, because comparing and contrasting primary sources and secondary sources is a really important step in your academic growth. And I think, especially as you enter your more advanced levels of school, you should be able to not only understand how these sources are function differently, but also maybe start incorporating primary sources into your writing. So that's why I'm formatting and structuring the reading this way. Here we have the important dates of the course. Pretty self-explanatory, but Monday, July 12th, which is a week from today, the syllabus quiz will be due. Like I said, that shouldn't take you very long. Open note, obviously, feel free to use your syllabus. And then Wednesday, July 28th, at the end of the month, the reverse outline of an assigned reading is due. And then Wednesday, August 4th, the research question discussion board is due. Friday, August 13th, which is the Friday before the last week of class. That's the date that the research paper is due. And then Thursday, which the exam is due. So, and basically for the exam, you'll be able to finish it the last day of class, which I've canceled, or you can take a couple days into the exam period to finish it if you want. So late policy is as follows. I've included a 48-hour grace period after the assigned deadline. It's kind of like think of it as a window of time wherein you can submit an assignment. You won't get late marks or any penalties. After that, unless you've discussed with me, your assignment will incur a late penalty of 1 letter grade per day. So just to give an example, if you can't submit the research paper by the August 13th deadline, you'll have 48 hours until August 15th at midnight to submit it. And one of the benefits of submitting early is that your assignment will be graded in the order that it's submitted. So hopefully that's motivation to get things done on time if you can. And you do not need to provide a doctor's note in case of illness at this time. And one last thing is that I did not mention on this slide previously, all assignments are due at midnight. So hopefully that consistency makes things more straightforward for you. So that's it. Now I want to open it up to Q&A. If you guys have questions, feel free to type it in the chat or just raise your hand and I'll call on you. And I'll take a few minutes so you guys can type your questions. All right, so, here's one. If the department is planning to raise the enrollment cap, I don't know about enrollment. Questions about enrollment should be directed to the college registrar office. It's not up to me how big the class is, so I hope you can get in, but I'm not sure. Do you guys want to, if you can you do a thumbs up in the chat if you feel that today's presentation was clear and you understand what the course is going to look like moving forward? Okay, great. And does everyone also understand that we're meeting on Wednesday at 7 p.m. again? Great. And then my last question or my last comment is that for Wednesday's lecture, there will be no reading, which is in this, I've noted in the syllabus, and the pre-recorded lectures will go live tonight. Usually you will have a full week to do to watch the recorded lectures, but obviously in this case, I didn't want to post them. I didn't want to post them last week and just confuse you. So moving forward, they'll be posted a week in advance, but tonight that's not the case. And yes, Alham, I have recorded this and I will post it into the welcome page on Quarkus or the welcome module so that you can watch the first half. I will also post the slides, which might be an easier way to go about this if you don't want to take the time to watch the recording. Okay, last question. On a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being not excited, overwhelmed and stressed, to 10 being really excited and feeling very clear about the course, how would you guys rate your current feeling? Awesome. That makes me so happy. I'm so excited. Like I said, this is just some of the most amazing material, and I think I'm really going to enjoy teaching you guys. So if you have any questions, please feel free to email me and I would be happy to discuss with you live or over email. And my office hours start tomorrow morning, so feel free to see me there. But other than that, you guys can feel free to head out. I'll stick around if anyone wants to ask me questions one-on-one for a couple minutes, but you're free to go, and I will see you guys on Wednesday. Thank you.